Hey guys, so this morning I was out doing my restaurant jobs, and I get a phone call from a panicked customer, and he's like, he's runs this big huge church. It's like a community event center. They have AA meetings there, they have church services, and then they have like a big coffee shop that people can rent out, or like if you have to do a wedding or something, you can have it there. And it's just this huge church with a whole bunch of different rooms, and they're just constantly renting them out for like yoga or like any classes that someone wants to lead, or like a book club or what. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This guy calls me up panicked. He's like, hey, we had a water line break last night. There's flooding everywhere. This is a big emergency. Do you think you could get here and clean this mess up for me? And I got a mop in my hand, and I'm looking around at this restaurant I'm cleaning, and I'm like, shit. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, I don't want to go walk into this huge mess and clean it up. Like, I already got plans today. It's Saturday. I got plans to hang out with my wife, because she's got these friends who want to go play games down in Portland at 3, and I don't know how long this thing's going to take. I'm like, shit. So I just swallow all that, and I tell him, hey, no problem. Don't worry about it. I got all the carpet cleaning equipment. I got big, huge fans that we can bring in, dry this up, and I got you covered. It'll be like it never happened. Don't even worry about it, man. I'm like, I got 2 jobs I got to do right now at these restaurants, but as soon as I'm done, I will head straight over there, and I'll take care of this mess for you. You don't even need to stress or worry. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I let him know, hey, by the way, it's going to be $400. It's probably not going to take me more than 2 hours, but it'll be like it never happened. He's like, okay, cool. Don't even worry about it. That's perfect. Thank you. So hang up the phone, and I call up one of my workers. And I'm like, hey, man, do you think you could help me out with this emergency? There's a water line break. Carpet's flooded. I don't think it's going to be more than 2 hours. Can you help me out? And he's like, oh, actually, I'm over at my brother's house, and he's like 20 minutes away. I don't think I'm going to be able to get there. And I'm like, well, you got a couple of hours. He's like, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm like, okay. I'm like, by the way, this job's actually right in the same city that your brother lives in, so it's actually really convenient if you just want to stop over there. You got 2 hours before you need to be there, so if you just want to pop over and help me out, I'd really appreciate it. It's like, well, honestly, I just woke up, and I'm pretty tired, and I just don't feel like it. And he's like, so you're probably just going to have to do this one alone. So I'm like, okay. And I know in his mind, he's doing the math. And he's like, this job's going to take 2 hours. I'm going to make $25. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to get out of bed. And so here's the polarity here. I'm not talking specifically about him. I'm talking about the concept of people who are go-getters and driven, who want to go out of their way to help people, and the people who just want to do what they want, and they want their needs to be met, and they don't want to go above and beyond. So I'm not talking about, him as a person, but I know he's doing the math, and he's like, hey, this is going to be $25. I'm in bed. I'm warm. I'm comfortable. I don't want to get out and do anything. And it really irritates me that there's this emergency. I need his help. There's flooding. I don't know what I'm going to get myself into, and it would be nice to have a couple extra people to help me lift this burden, especially because I got other things I got to move on to in my day. And I was giving him an opportunity. Like, this is how I feel like he should have handled it. I'm giving him an opportunity not to make money, but to get respect from me, to get trust from me, his employer. If he showed up, then I know, hey, I can count on this guy. He's going to get out, he's going to go out of his way to get out of bed when he doesn't want to, walk into a mess that he doesn't know what he's getting himself into, and he's going to be there and be reliable. And I just would have respected him so much if he would have done that for me. But he dropped the ball. And it turns out I went over there with all my tools and stuff. I got the job done in under 20 minutes. I made $440 in less than 20 minutes. And if he was there with me, I would have hooked him up, man. I would have took him out to breakfast. I would have paid him a lot more money than just his $15 an hour. And not only that, I really think that the respect that he could have got from me is worth way more than the money. And I'm not, I don't know what that would have got him, but I just feel like I would give him more opportunities, and I would talk him up a lot more. And I would give him good references when it's time for him to move on. Maybe if I found out one of my friends or one of my customers was hiring for something else that might be better than what he's doing, maybe I'd recommend him for something like that. You know, I know a lot of people that own a lot of businesses because all of my customers are business owners. And I'm not like selfishly hoarding this guy to myself. Like, if there was a better opportunity, I could move him along and move him up in his career to something he'd rather get into. But he just totally dropped the ball on me. And now I know that he's not reliable. I know that he doesn't have my back. I know that he doesn't give a shit about me. Like, when we're working together, he's telling me all the time, oh, like, I really care about people. I want to help them out. I want to have a lot of integrity. And I'm just there for people. And he talks this game. Like, when I'm talking to him and I'm, like, instilling my values in him, he agrees with me. And he values all that stuff. But when it comes time to show up, the actions don't back up his words. And that kind of behavior is what keeps people at $15 an hour. That kind of behavior is what makes people work part-time. That kind of behavior makes it so that you can't move forward in life and you're depressed and you feel like the world's against you. And I don't like that mentality. So I want to say something in his defense, because this video is not about him and the situation. It's about the two mindsets. So here's the deal. He didn't have to help me out. I called him totally randomly on his day off. He absolutely 100% does not need to come help me at all. So there's no guilt there. It's not like I'm mad at him. It's not like I was depending on him to be there and then he flaked out on me. None of that. So, you know, I told him it's cool. Don't worry about it. You don't need to help out, because honest to God, he doesn't owe me a goddamn thing. It's not his day to work. He's just an employee. He's not the business owner. I'm the one that made $400 in 20 minutes. He was not going to make that money. It's not his customer. So I totally get where he's coming from, and that's cool. But honestly, if you want to be successful in life, this is my opinion. If you want to own a business, if you want to move forward in life, if you want to build up a good reputation with people, because people give you opportunities. I mean, every opportunity you're ever going to get in life is probably from another person. So I think having a good reputation is vital. If you want that kind of thing, you got to go out of your way to help other people. You got to put yourself on the back burner. You got to sacrifice your own wants and needs and comforts and do whatever it takes to help other people out as often as you can. And once you're that reliable guy, that go-to guy where people are like, hey, my basement's flooding. I need help. Can you get over here? When you're that guy who's like, yep, cool, I got it. I got the tools, got the people. I'm awake. I'm ready to go. I'll be there. I'll make it like it never happened. Those are the kinds of people that can make $400 in 20 minutes. So I believe that with every fiber of my being. So if you guys want to do what you want, when you want, how you want, for who you want, and how much you want, get some hustle in your bustle. We'll see you guys.